No, it's not a heal bot. I swear, Cleric is literally the best class in the game, but no one plays it because it's seen as the healer. Okay, this video is going to be a juicy one, because in my opinion, Cleric is the most underrated class in D&D. Stick around for the whole video, because I'm about to drop some facts on y'all. Cleric doesn't have to heal, Ranger is bad, and True Strike is the best cantrip, imbued from power from the gods. But if you disagree, that's probably because you still think that Cleric can only heal, and when you open your eyes to this, all sorts of possibilities open up. Right off the bat, Clerics get proficiency with medium armor and are the only spellcasters to have this. Some subclasses even get you heavy armor and martial weapons, which basically just makes you into a fighter with slightly less health and an insane pool of spells to choose from. Look at this! And that's only the low-level good ones. Your spellcasting is based off wisdom, so you should use that wisdom to realize that Cleric can play literally any role in the party. You want a rogue? Trickery domain. You want a fighter? War domain. You want a sorcerer? Tempest domain. How about a tank? Just play a Forge Cleric. You can literally have an entire party of clerics all playing different roles, and you can never lose a single encounter unless your DM throws you a Tarrasque at level 6. This is because every cleric has a very high AC to start, and every cleric can heal. Emphasis on can. Yeah, sure, play support, your party will love you, but just remember that if you ever want to play a more active role in combat, it's totally possible. Especially with D&D's new rules on potion making. Since health potions are so easy to make now, technically a party doesn't even need a dedicated healer. So make health potions in your spare time and dominate combat like a boss with spells like Inflict Wounds, Guiding Bolt, and Spiritual Weapon. If you want me to go over those kind of spells in detail, just let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the vid so far, because I'm about to be posting stuff weekly and you do not want to miss the upcoming episodes. Anyway, as mentioned before, the Cleric has a ton of subclasses with different roles in the party. There are like 12 of them, so I'm not going to spend my time going over every single one. Instead, here's a rundown of what your subclass, aka domain, does for you. First, it gives you access to extra spells that match the flavor of your domain. Second, you gain special abilities at levels 1, 2, 6, 8, and 17. The abilities and domain are determined by what god your character worships in the game. Which brings us to the second class feature you get. If you just believe hard enough, you can channel the power of your god to accomplish tasks such as turning or destroying undead. This is called Channel Divinity, and you also get a second one depending on which divine senpai you love so much. If this love grows strong enough that your nose bleeds with admiration for your beautiful God, you can actually summon the deity themselves to intervene with an ability called, Divine Intervention. Be careful though, your character will get overly excited and won't be able to think about doing something so awesome for a full week. It has a week cooldown, so use this sparingly. Or don't, you can literally smite with the power of a god at level 10. I think what happened is that no one played Cleric because no one wants to just sit there and say, I heal Barnabas the Bard for the 10th time. So they kept buffing Cleric so that people would play it throughout the editions until here we are today. DMs cowering in fear of a single player with the power of a deity. This is the part of the video where I rank how good the class is based on 5 stats: offense, defense, utility, healing, and flavor. I'll be ranking the class as a whole, so keep that in mind. I know that Forge Cleric is an amazing tank, but that's just one subclass, not the entire class. For offense, I'll give the class a 7. They have Spiritual Weapon, which is just a free attack at range as a bonus action, as well as spells like Inflict Wounds, and the Wrath of an entire god sometimes. That being said, I would say that clerics are just as tanky as a spellcaster can be. Access to medium or even heavy armor, shields, and spells like Shield of Faith, as well as self-casted healing magic, give them an easy 8. Their health really holds them back at a d8 per level, but that's nothing that the tough feat can't help up. Utility is definitely the cleric's weakest category. They have knowledge on the gods, typically, but it's just not an amazing utility caster overall. So I'll give it a 3. Not useless, but certainly not amazing. A cleric's healing is kind of what it's known for. As much as I would recommend not focusing on healing, it's hard to argue against it being the best overall healing class in the entire game. Solid 9. Last is the flavor of the cleric. I see some great potential here. Maybe you're playing a trickery cleric who serves their god by literally tricking him into giving the cleric magic. Or maybe you struggle with certainty in your ideology. The way most people play it, I would give cleric a 4, but if you're creative, it's a solid 6. This gives the first stat total of 33, and I'm honestly not sure that we can beat that in the series. Or will we? Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, like if you liked, and most importantly, more than anything, stay nerdy. Have a great day.